Yeah, so let's go ahead and see the math functions. So why and where we use math functions? So it's plain and simple. The last time we have seen the operators, right? So for small and simple mathematical calculations, you have written a function called calculator, right? When we give the type, you have to decrease the volume on your side, maybe. How about now? Same now. I've reduced the volume. Try to reduce the volume on your side, because I'm using full sound, so that some people are not hearing it properly and some are hearing it right. So yeah, okay, fine. So previously, we have seen how the operators really worked when we wanted to do only some simple mathematical calculations, right? But now, to do some complex mathematical operations, JavaScript has given us some operators used to do simple mathematic calculations. Okay, now to do complex math, JavaScript has given us the built-in function or built-in method, I call. Okay, built-in method math dot. Okay, math dot. Yesterday we have seen array dot, right? Just like that. Okay, to use built-in mathematical functions, you have to use the keyword math and dot whatever the method you want to use. Okay, built-in method called math dot method. Now what all we can do using math? Okay, there are so many functions out there, like sine, cos, tan. We really don't need that. I only teach you guys what we really need, and I'll tell you when do we need this. Okay, so that's one criteria. Why to do slide? Cause I just not teach you, I'll teach you how and when to use them. Okay, and the other part is like the videos are ready, the DVDs, but I don't know how I can ship them outside India. So I've given only that facility to the students in India itself, not outside India. So I'm really sorry about that. I can't really do outside India. Okay, so I'm just worried about that part, because I could not deliver it beyond India. Yeah, I should do that, but it's very expensive. That's the problem. Like I don't think so. People from outside can afford that. So I can't really do anything about that, right? Or else I'll try my level best to cut down the cost. My intention is to cut down the cost as much as possible. So if the costs are cut down on my part, yeah, the prices will be very less, so that anybody can learn HTML, CSS, PHP, MySQL, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, and the other technologies. So that's my intention, to cut down the cost so that education becomes cheaper and cheaper in the coming days. All right. So that's one thing. That's one update. All right. So alright, so yeah, let's let's do this. So what are the functions we use? Okay, so the first and foremost function is math dot seal of a number. We pass a number. Okay, I'll just explain the syntax first. Okay, so what it does, I'll show you an example, because telling here will not give us a clear picture. And the next is math. Remember, in math, M is capital over there. I'm not typing it, it's not automatic, I'm typing it intentionally. M is capital. Okay, and the rest are small. Floor, again a number this time. So when I say number, okay, it's a floating number actually. These things do not work on the whole numbers, or what do you call them, the complete numbers, I don't know, integers, let's take. Yeah, and then the next is math dot round, again a number. the same thing, floating number. Okay. Then math dot random, this is very important, no arguments in it. Okay, math dot random will generate a random number between, okay, 0 and 1. Okay, it will generate a random number between 0 and 1. The next is math dot pow. I just want to include this because just for the sake of it, we won't be using this anywhere. This means x to the power of 5. So in the assignment I have given this in the JavaScript operators assignment or the functions of assignment. I given this, find the power of past two numbers, first number, second number, find the power of it. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have gone through it, but this has been given. And the next is again, this is useless, we don't really use this, but I'm just saying it, explaining it. Okay, square root of a number here, so you know which number to be given, it can be any number. Okay, it finds the square root of it. So these are the math functions we'll be seeing in today's class. Alright, so shall we start doing it? Examples? Any questions here? Okay, why yes, fantastic. Okay, so can you guys see the screen here, my screen? Yes, fantastic. So let's go ahead and start the program here. So here anytime dot type HTML. So just not this teaching, I'll ask you guys to explore other options too. Okay, just learning is a never-ending process, so never ever stop doing that. So not just Tudos Live, you can even follow others too. Why is it slow? I don't know. Tudos Live, button, JavaScript, math object. Alright, here is the body. Alright, so let me save this. js_math.html. Alright, so let's see now. So script, we can style them too if you want. So let's do the styling here. Because I'm so obsessed with styling actually. Now without style I can't really even see a page. So body, the body, let's say margin top, let's take the entire margin to be 100 pixel. Right, background -e, font size 24 pixel. Right, so that's it. And now let's start doing it. So where, or let's write a function called show. Str, so document dot write, actually str br. Okay, then I'll use one more thing called heading. Okay, just for headings, document dot write. Okay, so we'll use h3 plus okay, just simple thing over there. So let's see. So the first is heading. Okay, JavaScript math object. So let's see if this is coming out there. So this is it. Click on it. Yep, it's working. JavaScript math object. It's a heading, so it's h3. Alright, now let's start here. Where first number equal to 6, where second number equal to 4. Okay, so now show first number by second number. So now let's see how many what's the answer here. Alright, so 1.5. okay, that's fantastic. So how about 4 by 6? Okay, if you see that, okay, the total are here 3, 6, 9, okay, 12, 15, 16. So it's a 16 decimal digit, which we really do not require them. So what I really want is I want only 2 decimals at any cost. I need only 2 decimals, the max. 2 decimals is the max. If you take any mathematical equations, okay, it's only 2 decimals the max. Okay, so how do I do it? Oh, okay, I have to say one more thing out there. So here what I can do here is dot to fixed, okay, 2. Let me just check that if this thing is working. Okay, that ain't working. Maybe 2 fixed. Okay, let us do this later. Alright, so that's the number of decimals after the alright, that's the number of decimals after that. So what I really do now here is, okay, here instead of this, I'll say where result equal to now let's see, show result dot seal. Okay, the first function. So I'll just I'll show that here. Okay, direct result equal to 1. You sure? Direct result after seal. Okay, let's see. Something happened there. Oh, math, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right. Okay, so what seal does is okay, if it rounds it off to the nearest integer which is after that. So what comes after 0? 1. Okay, now let me say 40 by 6 is somewhere around 6 point something. So math.seal, what is the number after 6? It rounds it to that number. So no decimals. See, 6.666667. So the next seal, next bigger number after 6 is 7. That's what ceil does. That's what ceil does. Okay, so now when do we use ceil? When should we use ceil? Suppose for instance, you have, you have a counter, let's say tax. Not exactly tax, I say. I mean, you can use in tax also 6.66, no problem. Yeah, rounding off to the nearest thing. Yeah, tax is one good example. Yeah, great, Adnan. Divisions. Yep, fantastic. So but the practical example comes when, when you are using timers. So in timers, okay, you have to, sometimes you divide the seconds by, the total seconds by 60, 3600, and you get a very vague number in decimals. So in that case, okay, you use ceil to round it off to the next, bigger number. So always remember, round it off to the next bigger number, use ceil. Whatever the application you encounter, to the next number, use ceil. Alright, so now let's see other one here. Floor. So do you know the real meanings, English meanings of ceil and floor? So ceil is the top. Okay, no, it's wrong, your answer. So floor is, whatever you're standing on. So let's see what happens. It's 6. So what floor does is, okay, what really floor does is removes this. That's it. Just remember that it removes everything after the decimal. It removes everything after the decimal. Okay. Oh, it's 6.6. Now next, var number equal to, okay, 6.7 var other number equal to 6.4. Okay, so now you guys tell me what is the round, sorry, not round, what is the ceil and floor of these values? Ceil equal to, floor equal to the same. Ceil equal to, floor equal to. You guys have to answer it now. 7. So both of them. So 7 or 6 or 7 and 6. Six or 6. Okay, 7 or 6. Okay, fine. So fine. So the answer, I'll just tell the answer. The answer is, the ceil is always 7. Next number, floor is always, removes that. Even this, ceil is 7, floor is 6. So now show round off number okay. So math dot round of number. Okay, let's do the same thing for the second number. So now tell me the answer here. Guess, just give me a guess here. Yes, give me the guess here. What is the answer here and what is the answer here? The first number is 6.7. So what happens if I say round off? 6. Okay, so this will be 6, right? You mean this is 6 according to Suhail. Our number is 7, so 6 Suhail, 7 Adnan. Anybody has an answer here? Another answer? So the next one, this. So you must have studied this in your schooling, maybe. Anything which is okay, greater than 0.5. So 5.5, how do you round it off? What do you say? 5.5, 5.8, 5.7. You say other is 6. Okay, your answer is this. So this is 6. Okay, fantastic. It's just plain and simple math. Greater than 0.5, round it to the next number. Less than 0.5, round it to the same number. 6.4 rounds to 6 itself. So now let's see. You see, round of 6.7 is 7, round of 6.4 is 6. Alright, so that's about the round. So now what else we are left with? We floor, seal, random. This is very important thing. So now let's do a small experiment here. Okay, I want to pick some, what, okay, let me show another thing here. So here we have result, right? So let's take the result. So where not where, show scale to 2 decimals. Okay, result dot to fixed. Okay, so I don't want this result. What I really want is 6.66. I don't want round figures. I don't seriously need the round figures. I wanted something in the decimals itself, but I don't want the 16, how many digits it was, 15, 12, 13, 16 digits. I don't want 16 digits. I just want only 2 digits after decimal. So let's see, 6.67. you see, I rounded them off. I just scaled to 2 decimals the whole number using 2 fixed. So let me just write it down here, this particular function. Oh, we don't have much students today. That's so pity. Everybody has, now they're learning from the videos. It's not math, okay, it's number dot, it's not a math function, okay, remember, whatever the decimals you want. This is a mistake most of the people do. Okay, reduce the decimals in number to the number given, to decimal, to, okay. Alright, this is a mistake a lot of people do, that thinking 2 fixed is a math function, but it's not a math function. Remember that thing. Okay, so now by knowing all these functions here, okay, let's do a small experiment here. So I'll open a contestants. So let's say there's a contest is going on. Okay, so there are some participants in it. So let's pick up some winners here. Okay, so this is an array of all participants. So let's start putting the participants here. Adnan. So let's leave the first guy blank. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm leaving blank. Okay, Adnan, then Sohel, then Sagar, then who else we have? Anil, we have Ankush, we have Sandeep, we have Tutos Live, okay, and who else we have? Yeah, maybe. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 contestants, 7 participants. So first let's see the total participants in the in the contest. So I'll write here a function called function show array, ARR. So here var length equal to ARR dot length, okay, for I equal to 0, I less than length, I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. So here what I do is, if, so however the first one is blank, right? If something is blank, I don't want to print it. ARR of I, then only print. If there is something in it, then only print. Document dot write ARR of I plus, I just want to use a pipe symbol to to differentiate the users. Okay, so let us give a heading here, heading participants. So let's see if it's printing or not. So let me just refresh this. Okay, there's a problem here, we did not use show array. So here show array, I have written a function over there, that's it, contestants. So let us see the contestants here. Okay, the participants are Adnan, Sohel, Sagar, Anil, Ankush, Sandeep and Tudo Slide. So these are the participants. So now let's pick up the winner, and the winner is, right? So how do I pick this winner? So here, where random number or random winner equal to math dot random. So let's see what we have in the winner. So show random winner. So let's see who is this random winner, what number it has. Okay, let us use a break here. So let me just function line break. So line break is a plain function which is used to print just a line break. Okay, I'm using everything inside functions because I like the way I code it in functions, because they are reusable. I don't have to write document dot write every time. Alright, so that's the reason I'm writing everything inside a function. So here after the contestants, I want to use a line break. See what happens now when we use line break. Now this has been printed here, right? So why line break, I'll show you, because it's pushed into the number. But I don't want this random number. See, every time I refresh, the random number changes. You see that? The random number is changing. Okay, but I don't want the whole number. How many contestants are there? Total participants are 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 participants. That's it, right? So 7 participants. Alright, let's add 2 more participants here. So let's add Chinmay, let's add Fugale, and last one, who is there? Whom do we have here? Anybody join here? Oh, Fugale just joined. Man, I was talking about you. So who else we have here? Our students. Maybe no winner. Okay, we're doing just some JavaScript Fugale here. So let's see. Yeah, we have 10 users. Fine. So now let me do this. I don't want the whole, right? What I want is dot to fixed 1. Okay, let's see what happens here. 2 5 4 6 4 9. Okay, it's coming good. Again, I don't even want that. I want it to be multiplied by 10 to receive only, oops, you see that now the random numbers are converted to integers. See that? Okay, so now let's announce the winner. Okay, so how do I announce the winner? Show and the winner is, okay, and the winner is contestants of random winner. Shall we see who the winner is in the contestant? Let's see. And the winner is Ankush. And the winner is Fugale. And now Sagar. Again Fugale. So you guys have no luck. And the winner is no winner. Sohail is the winner. So Ankush is the winner. Chinmay is the winner. So now I'll explain you what I've really done here. Did not understand this process. Yeah, I'll explain the process. So what I'm doing here. Okay, what I'm doing here. So you guys will explain now what I'm doing there. So what dot math dot random. What does it give? It gives a random number between 0 and 1. Yes? Does it give a number between 0 and 1? You understood that? Okay, let's go back and see. So let me just comment these two out. Okay, so show math dot random. Okay, let me just print random numbers first. You see that random number? Every time it's giving a random number between 0 and 1. It won't even print 1. It won't even print 0. The random number starts from 0.000000001 until 0.999999. That's it. It won't even give 0 and 1 also. Okay, that's a random number. You can see it. The random number is going nowhere else. Now tell me the indices of these guys. What are the indices of these guys? Adnan 0, Sohail 1, right? The index. Yes, the index. You guys know anything about index? It's an array. Contestants is an array. Okay, it's an array. Array has indexes, right? It has indices. So the first in the contestants is a blank, right? This is a blank. Why blank? Because math.random will never ever give 0. So anytime Adnan cannot be a winner, or it may give also. Let us see. Yeah, it's giving. Okay, fine, no problem. Let me just delete this also. Okay, so every time this is the random number generated, right? But I don't want all these numbers. I only want this because my index is 0 to 10. My index is 0 to 10. Not even 10. Okay, right? Index is 0 to 10. So I have to pick any index from 0 to 10. So how do I pick? I'll use toFixed to 1. Okay, so I use toFixed to 1 and then multiply by 10. It will give me integers, not decimals anymore. How do I convert into decimals? Like this. This is how I converted that to decimals. So I mean, even if you do not understand the whole process, what we really need is math.random. What do we do with math.random? Now, how do we generate random numbers using math.random? Okay, that's all important. And why I'm picking the contestant winner? Because I want random. Yes, the index is random. This index is random. So every time I have to pick a new winner, right? I can't. How do I pick new winner every time? I pick new winner based upon the random number it generates. I mean, if you go to casinos, or if you want to develop. See, and the winner is Sagar now. Now it's the winner is Tudos Live. You see that? So index 3, that means who is index 3? 0 1 2. So 0 1 2 3. It should be Anil, but I don't know why is saying Ankush. Okay, let me just print this also. Math dot random. So this is the name, it's the same number. Okay, it's this number and this number are not the same. Okay. Don't think that, okay, y is giving 4 2 and 7, okay. They're different, okay. Okay, let me just do this. You understood, right? Why is it two different numbers though I used? Because every time it generates a new random number, a new number. Okay, so let me do this. Okay. Oh. So I'll show you the whole process. Right, so let's do this. Show right. Now let's see. See that? Okay, this is 0.97. So 2 fixed, okay, made it a round figure to 1.0. 0.545 made a round figure to 0.5. 0.72 made a round figure to 0.7. Then I multiplied by 10. Okay, so the contestant of 7 is a winner. So contestant of 7 is Chinmay. Now 6 to 7, I made 2 fixed to 1. It gave me 0.6 multiplied by 6. Okay, who is contestant of 6? Studios Live. Now 0.223. Okay, 0.223. 0.2 is 2 fixed into 10 is 2. So who is contestant of 2? Sagar, like such. Okay, so that's the explanation over there. There's no magic happening over there, but just remember this math.random. That's it. You can generate random numbers using math.random. So I don't want to show the sqrt and POW. I hope you guys can figure it out. I'll just give the syntax. Okay, the syntax, we have seen the syntax, so that's the syntax. Alright, so let's go ahead and see the string objects. They are really important, unlike the random the math objects. Okay, so let's take a right. So the next object is a string object here. So what are all important in math objects? I'm going to explain the important ones here. So seal, floor, and round and random. That's it. And also two fixed. Okay, do not consider these two. They're not at all important. So hence the reason I did not explain them is the same reason. I don't want to explain them because they're not that important. You're going to be using them anywhere else. Alright, so the next in line is string object. So what I'll just list out what are all really important here again, because we don't have time to discuss all the objects here. Okay, I don't even really have, because we are still lagging behind the codes. So I did not expect that the JavaScript will go these many days. but still again I want to finish off the concepts real quick. At the same time, keeping the student in mind, if you do not understand, I'm here to explain everything you want to me to explain again and again and again. So don't hesitate to ask me to explain them again. I'm always here. Okay, we can catch up offline, we can catch up, you know, anytime. Okay, these days I'm on WhatsApp too, so you can post questions on my WhatsApp number, which is the same number you receive in the emails. So you can do that too. You can add me on WhatsApp, so that, I mean, we have a group. Actually, I have opened a group called Tutors Live in WhatsApp, so you guys can join that, talk to each other, post some questions, have some fun, go social. Yes, you here? Actually, you're sleeping? Can I post a question here? Shall we stop the class here? You here? You just came in? Okay, never mind. So yeah, where str equal to, let's say, Tutors Live. So this is a string. I have defined a string. That's not 15 minutes break, that's a 5-minute break. But I said that before leaving, I said that I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I will redefine that break thing, how to do it. I'm not a Photoshop guy. Okay, so fine. So str equal to Tutors Live. Okay, so whatever which is inside the brackets, or sorry, the quotes, single quotes or double quotes, that is a string. But internally, string is an array too. Okay, internally string is an array too. So let's go ahead and see if I'm speaking it right or wrong. Right, so let's do this. So let us open a new file here. I'm going to copy this, so we don't want all this. But I'm going to copy this, paste it here, say js underscore string.html. Alright, so let us keep the functions there. Let's just remove, so you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, I'm keeping the style and the functions the same, so except changing few changes here, making alright, so that's it. So let's start here. Alright, so let me just remove in this show array here. Okay, like yesterday, I'm going to use a title. So heading, alright, so that is it there. So now let's see. I said var str, right? Oops. Str equal to Tutors Live. So let me use a small t here. Okay, show array string is an array too, comma, okay, str. So I said that string is an array too, right? Now let's see, okay, if it's an array or not. So let's go back here, JString, click it, see that? Okay, it's a string is an array too. String is an array of characters. Okay, string is an array too, so that's a string over there, and you have split that, split each element there. Okay, string is an array too. So now coming to that point, string is an array too, right? So so what are the different objects we can use on strings? So the first one is length. str dot length. What does this give? This gives the length of the string. Okay, then str dot replace. Okay, str dot replace. Okay, this is the search string. You give here the search string and give the replace string. So what it does, it looks for the it looks for the search string and replaces it with the replace string. Then str dot substr. Okay, what is substr will do? Okay, I'll show index comma length. So what it does is removes or prints, I'll say prints, okay, part of a string starting from index until length given. Okay, I'll show this in an example, no problem. We'll see all the examples, but I'm just giving what they really do. Okay, so now we need to know an index, right? We need to know index. How do you find index? str dot index of element. Okay, index of element. So now again str of substring. Okay, remember substr and substring are different. So here what we do is we give start index and end index. So what it does, prints part of a string starting from start index until end index. Okay, starting from here to there. So now we need end index, right? So for that, last index of element. We have seen these two, index of and last index of, yesterday. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see these 6 and we'll see what they can really do. Right, so these are the 6 string objects. These are the important objects. These are really important. Where do we use string objects? We use string objects in validations. We use string objects in validations, and we'll see how we can use them in validations when we talk about DOM, which starts maybe tomorrow is date functions, and yeah, I'll start DOM tomorrow itself, date functions, and or else I talk about pop-up boxes tomorrow. So tomorrow we see how we can take input from the user. Okay, we'll see how we can take input from the users tomorrow. So tomorrow will be date and the pop-up boxes. Okay, then I'll start DOM. I won't talk about the events, so I'll just give a brief of events, and that's it. JavaScript will be closed. Alright, so that's the schedule for the next day. So tomorrow is Friday, that's it. So Monday we start DOM, and Monday itself we finish DOM. Okay, then on Tuesday we start jQuery, and a touch of events and jQuery. I'll just show what jQuery is, and jQuery is real fun, guys. Okay, you will definitely love jQuery. All the JavaScript, okay, this complicated JavaScript will be made easy in jQuery. Okay, jQuery is just a click, that's it. It's fantastic. So yeah, string objects are used in validations. Okay, and we'll see how we can do this, in the coming classes. No worries in it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what these guys really do. So you understood the math objects? Yes? You understood the math objects? Shall I post a question? Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. Yeah, answer this question. So the question is, what is math.ceil of math.random, math.floor of math.random, math.round of math.random? So there are three equations here. One is ceil of random, one is floor of random, and one is round of random. Okay, so what is the answer here? Thinking, guys? Okay, fantastic. So this will wake you up if you're sleeping. This will make you sleep if you're awake, if you're already awake. Okay, so we have an answer here. So who is that person giving the answer here? Kamil has given the answer. Other guys? Yes. Any other answers here? No? Guys, don't waste my time. Give an answer. So, did you understand the question? So, okay, fantastic. So the question is simple. Okay, I'll show you. I'll just show the answer here. So the answer is the last one. Okay, so why I'll tell. Okay, I don't show you guys. So what does math dot random give? What is the output for math dot random? Any number between 0 and 1, right? Any number between 0 and 1. So now, okay, so now ceil, what does ceil give? Ceil will give the next number, right? What is the next number after 0? Do it 1. Now floor will do it to 0. So 1 comma 0 is right. So 1 comma 0 is in options 2, 3 and 5, right? Options 2, 3 and 5. But coming to the round here, okay, coming to the round, we can't really predict the round, because if it is less than 0.5, it gives 0. If it is more than 0.5, what does it give? It gives 1. So the correct answer is 1, 0 and do not know, because you can't really predict what this math.round of math.random will produce. Okay, so the correct answer is option number 5. Option number 5 is the right answer. Alright, so close, 3 and 4. So yes, 5. Ceil will give 1, floor will give 0, but you don't know what round will give, right? Round may give 0 or 1, any of the two. So at a given instance, I'm saying, at a given instance. Okay, fine. Okay, Anil has put the answer 5. Fantastic. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the question. So now let's see. You can try this. You can try using document.write at console, whatever the thing you want. Okay, I'll post another question if you guys give me some more time. You guys give me some more time, I know. So now the first is length. Var length of the string. Str. So you guys can see my screen, right? Is so str dot length will give me the length of the string. So the length of the string is todos is 5, live is 4, so the length of the string is 9. So let's see now here. Something happened here. What would have happened here? Oh, it's not var, I'm sorry. It's sure. Okay, let's use the line break there. Okay, length of the string todos live is 9. So now I'll put a space here. I'll put a space after todos live. Now tell me, what is the length? What is the length of the string now? I put a space after todos live. I put a space. You guys, if you guys can see my screen here, there's a space after todos live. Now tell me, what is the length? The previous length is 9. So do you think the length will be 9 itself, or the length will be 10, or is it an error? What is the answer here? Okay. Now let's see. It's 10. Why? Even space is considered as an element. Even space is considered as an element. Okay, so that's the answer there. So I wanted to explain that even space is a character, and hence the length was 10 when I included the space. Alright, so what is our next object here? The next object is replace. Okay, so let us use a complex string here, where complex string equal to so tell me guys, a complex string. A brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. Okay, so let's see. Complex string. A brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. So do you know what is the importance of this string? Do you know why this string? Okay, a brown quick fox. A quick brown fox, I'm sorry. So I was watching for Q. Right? A quick brown fox jumps over a lazy dog. Fine. So let's start the replace here. Okay, so where search string equal to search for fox and replace it with donkey. Okay, so how do I do it? Not just donkey. Okay, let's do something here. Okay, not just donkey, let's replace it with a color. Okay, so now let's see, where new complex string equal to complex string dot replace. So what should I replace? I have to replace the search string and then replace it with this. So show new complex string. Now let's see. So now fox will be replaced by yellow donkey. Okay, so it looks for fox and replaced it with a donkey. So let me do one thing. Okay, instead of fox, I'll replace it with I'll just look for a single character wo, okay, and replace it with you. Okay, so let's see how many times it replaces. Okay, it replaced only once. So only the first instance will be replaced when I use replace. Only the first instance. So where do we use this replace? The same thing, when you want to search for something and you want to highlight, let's say I want to when you want to search for something and replace it with with a different string or a part of the string, you can also you can remove a quick brown fox. You can replace an entire string with human. You can do that too. So let's see. Human jumps over a lazy dog. Okay, so whenever you want, suppose you made a mistake and you feel like a lot of text, again the whole of the JavaScript is useful only with Ajax. Okay, or sometimes when you use forms, okay, this is a place where you use our JavaScript only with forms and Ajax. That's it, only with two things most of the times, not like only, most of the times. Okay, so in that case these string functions will be very useful. So we'll see that how to process the forms. Okay, that's about the replace there. And we have substr. Okay, now substr, what I really want is it's the same substr. I want to find fox jumps over. Let's do this. Show substr index, right? So we index, I want to find the index first. Okay, complex string dot index of brown index comma some 10. So let's see what substr will give us. Oops. Okay, brown fox. So it started from here and pulled out 10 characters. Let's see, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, until 10. And when I say until 10, that means it is only 9 characters, or maybe it has got this also. Okay, let me just use 11. Let's see if it's until 10 or no the number of characters. Okay, it's pulling 11 characters from here. So these are 11 characters: 5 6 9 10 and 11. Okay, substr will pull a part of the string. Where exactly this is used? Okay, let's see this now. Where email equal to, let's say, tutoslive dot help @gmail.com. Alright, gmail.com. Now I want to find @ email. Okay, and here, so I want to know the domain of the email address. So domain of the email address is, I want to just know the domain name. So let's see, domain of the email address is @gmail.com. Okay, it's pulling up from @. Okay, if I just give here index +1 gmail.com, try to give another email. So I'll give not Gmail, I'll give Hotmail, or I'll say tutoslive.com itself. Okay, tutoslive.com. I did not put the M because there are only 11 characters here. So if I give 20, okay, it will give the domain. So this is where it is used to know the domain address of an email submitted. Okay, you can easily find it out using substr. Okay, that is substr. So don't get confused that what is substr, what is substring. Okay, it's all practice. And again, seriously, even until today, okay, until today I rarely use this substr, substring. The important thing here is only length. Length is really important. You don't have to know about what is this, but keep in mind that if anytime in future, if you want to use, if you have a requirement that you need a substring, or you need to know the file extension. Okay, what if you need to know the file extension of something using JavaScript? How do you do it? You look for the dot, whatever there after dot is the file extension, right? Let me just do it here. File equal to, let's say, tutoslive.png. Okay, show file extension of file extension is here substr. So even before substr, file dot substr, you should know the index of the dot, right? You should know the index of the dot. How do you find the index? Index equal to, okay, file dot index of dot. So you give index +1. Why index +1? Because it should start from the next item. Index +1 and 10. Let's see, this is png. Let's see if we get the file extension. Okay, something else has gone wrong now. So maybe file is a predefined. Okay, what mistake we are doing here? This is the mistake we are doing. Right, file extension is png. Okay, any questions here until now? I don't want to go forward without answering any questions here. So it's the same with substring. Any questions here? Yes, any questions here? Sure. Okay. So I'll I don't know if I can give assignment on this huge topic. This is really huge topic. Right, that's fantastic. Great. I'm always there to answer your questions. Okay, so and what else we have here? We have other simple. These are really important. Okay, and the next one is also important. Okay, yesterday I told that I'll be talking about few array functions, right? We'll talk about those now. Okay, now again str dot concat. Okay, this is same as the plus. The same as plus. So I felt like this is not really important because you can use plus also. Why do you use a predefined function for that when you can use plus over there? Okay, concat. Okay, the options are string 1, string 1, string 2, string 3, etc. Okay, but there is one more important thing here, which is str dot split. Str dot split, and here delimiter. Okay, so what are delimiters? I'll just tell you. Okay, and the next is, yeah, this is important. str dot link href, and this is some fancy thing, not important but fancy thing. And yeah, most probably again the next is str dot slice is the same as substring start comma end. So the same thing, str dot slice is str. So like such we have in array also we have array dot split. Okay, we have the same thing in array dot split and array dot join. Join with delimiter. Sorry, not slice, this is array dot slice start comma end. So what I suggest you guys is, okay, do one thing. I'll as soon as the class ends, I'll upload the notes file, okay, the class notes. So practice it, do it by yourself. Okay, only practice these things, because we have already seen that is no problem if you even practice that. Okay, so using these, okay, show me the output, just show me the output, so that what do you guys say, or do you want me to show the output? Because that's pretty simple, it's only practice, what split does, what link does. Okay, but I'll show link. Yeah, I'll just show the link. You're stuck in calculator assignment? Okay, Saturday, so you will send me? Okay, no, we'll see it on Saturday if you come on Saturday, but I don't know if Saturday what time. Okay, I'll update that. Yeah, assignment section will be taken care on Saturdays if possible, because I'll be very busy. I'll be attending meetups, I'll be meeting people on Saturdays. So weekends is my day of meeting people, how to improve Tutors Live, how to take it forward. I'll talk to investors, I'll talk to business people, I'll talk to startup people. So Saturday and Sunday I'm occupied in that, and Sunday is complete holiday for me, of course, at least a half day. At least yeah, that's my policy. I don't want to only work. I just want to live a life too. Okay, let me just yeah, Sunday is fun day. So let me just show you the link and split. They're really cool. Okay, link and split. I'll show those two, and I'll also show array dot join, and the rest are even if you practice or not, I don't care. Okay, so now let's see the link. So what does link does? Okay, what does link does? Let's say var href equal to www.sagarpodilapur.me. that is a href. Var title equal to Sagar Podilapur. Okay, now show title dot link of href. What it does is this will generate this href equal to this will generate this. Okay, title is nothing but the name of your link, href is your href. Let's see what it does. So let's go here and refresh. You see that? That's generated this link. Let us use HTTP. So let me refresh, click on it. Let's see where it's going. Yeah, it's going here. Okay, let me just 10 minutes. Okay, that's my website. Dot link is a function. It's a method. It's a method. Okay, that's a link. So when do you use it? It's up to you. Again, when do you use it? Again, seriously, I can't say the application now, but when we I'll try to pull in as many applications as I can. But since we are in a basic learning stage, I don't really think that bombarding you guys with more applications and stuff. I don't really want to do that. Okay, so that's it. And now let's see the, what is that? Split or slice? This is slice. Split is stupid. No, slice is stupid, split is good. Yeah, let's see the split. So what I want here is, let's take the complex string. Okay, let's take the complex string. So what split does is, split will convert a string into array. Split will convert a string to array, plain and simple. Okay, so what will it return if I use split? It will return an array. Okay, I'll say string array equal to dot split. So delimiter, what is delimiter? Delimiter is a character, okay, which is used as reference to split, which is used as a reference to split. Again, let's see now. So first time I'm using the delimiter as space. Show array, since it's an array, I have to use array. Okay, string array. So split will convert a string into an array based upon a delimiter. Let's see now. Okay, there's something. Complex string dot split. Let me just check what's the error here. Length of undefined. Oh, title. We need a title here. String is split into array. We just need a title there. That's the reason. See that? There is a space everywhere, and it converted, it just split that. Did not convert, it split into each word. Now tell me how many words, how do you find that how many words are there in a sentence? Or how about method and function? Okay, you will different bit. I told you this yesterday, method and function. Maybe you have to go through the video method and function. Okay, so yeah, I'll explain that again. Okay, no problem. So here, how many words are there in a sentence? How do you find out that how many words are there in a sentence? Can you do this assignment? Find the number of words in a sentence. Index, length, length of what? I'll tell you. Show number of words in the above sentence are plus, okay, string array dot length. Am I right? Let's see. Number of words in the above sentence are 9, it says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you guys know now, right? When should we use split? We should use split when we want to find the number of words. Now let's do a small experiment here. So let me use a line break here. I want to just use a line break here. So the function is a standalone function. A method is which is declared inside an object, a class. That's a method. So right, okay, so string is an object, length is a method. So dot is that thing which is doing that. So string is the default constructor. So it's a very big concept. So I better suggest I'll share a document with you, Adnan, so that you may find it really useful. But the only difference is just simple and plain, that in this case this is an object and this is a method, right? Before function you don't want to apply this, you have to pass the parameters. But here this is an object here now, an object and its method. That's the only thing. Okay, so now let's do one small experiment here. I'll just use the same here. Okay, but now instead of space, I want to split this based upon what O, okay, based upon O. Okay, I can even do this. The delimiter is just a character, it can be any character. So let me just refresh this. You see that? Split against O. O goes off, the delimiter is vanished, and everything is now an element in an array. So when can you use this? When can you use this? Okay, let me show an application here. So where secured string equal to, okay, okay, this is a secure string. Let's print out this. Sure. Okay, let's use oops. Okay, line break. So this is the last example I'm going to show for today. So secured string. Oops. Alright, that's a secured string. Show decoded array, or okay, show array decoded array, comma, what is that? Secured string dot split or okay, split right. Okay, let's just see this. Something else happened here. Okay, right, this is a secured string. Okay, that's a secure string. I mean, it's not secure, but still, I mean, just give an example that okay, no one can read it, let's say. So what I do here is I know the key. What is the key? What is the key here? key is 0 0. If you can see it, the key is 0 0, right? So I'll split based upon the, okay, another 5 minutes. Okay, I'll split according to the key. So now let's see. Decoded array. I'm Sagar, there is a war coming. But still this is not appropriate, right? It's an array. How do I construct this array? How do I construct this array? Var decoded array equal to secure string dot split of key. Okay, so how do I construct this array? It's plain and simple. Okay, the reverse of split is join. Join will add the elements of an array using a delimiter. Okay, now let's see. Var corrected string equal to, okay, decoded array dot join with a space. Join with a space. So now let's see. Okay, there's some mistake somewhere. There's no mistake actually. We did not print. Okay, now let's see. See that? I joined. So come back to the class here. So joined and split are complete contrast. So these are again important. So now here I'll point out which ones are important here. Okay, split is important and join is important, and that is it. That's all we use in strings. And I'll let you know the notes. Remember why I'm providing the notes, because I can't really discuss everything in the class. If I miss out something, you can follow out the notes, see the notes, come back to me with your questions. That is the reason I always do that notes. Okay, and coming to the assignment, sorry, I told you, right, I have some work. If you're interested, send me an email to regularly tudoslive.help@gmail.com, saying that yeah, I can help. Okay, I'm expecting about, yeah, I'll explain that in the email. So it's like the same. I'll give a wireframe. It should be converted into a website, a static website. Use anything, use Twitter Bootstrap or Foundation or anything. Yep. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, that is it guys. Feedback and share. Please do share the links with your friends. Okay, let's get more exposure. That's what I really ask my students anytime. Okay, and feedback. That's one thing I really wanted from you guys. Okay, so just take care. See you in class tomorrow. Tomorrow is very important class. It's date function. It's date object. Okay, so don't miss tomorrow's class. I hope you guys come to tomorrow's class. Thank you. Have fun.